So as important as it is for you to know all the parts of your saddle for your BHS and Pony Club test, it's also very important for you to know all the parts of your bridle. And I ordered a special bridle in, and I thought I would show you all the different parts of a bridle. So I have my bridle here, but it's a little bit deconstructed, so I'll be able to explain things a little bit easier to you guys. So the first part we have of the bridle is the headpiece. Now usually headpieces come in different forms, however this is my specific form that I had, although there are forms which come with the throat lash, without the throat lash, with 3 straps, with 2 straps, with padding, without padding. So there are a range of different bridles on the market, but it's important for you to know the bare bones of different parts of the bridles. So here is my one. So my headpiece here has 3 straps, one for the cheek pieces, one for the throat lash and one for the noseband. Now this one is specific to me obviously, but I have also got padding just because it's important for me to have padding on the horse's head. But here is the headpiece. It's functional, is just to make sure the bridle's on, comfort, got nice pressure on the head so it's not pulling, and it holds the bridle on the head as well as just making it comfortable for the horse. Now going downwards, the next piece of the bridle is the brow band. Now the brow band is mostly just for decoration and to keep the bridle in place. It makes the horse's face look much nicer, and I quite enjoy having a little bit of matchy on my brow bands. Now I quite like this shape. It's just a normal bowing shape for the bridle, and yeah, it's important to have a brow band, and we all just love a little bit of matchy. So next bit going down is the cheek piece. Now this is important to keep the bridle together, keep your horse's face nice and comfortable, making sure the leather's good quality, and just generally having a good fit for your horse. Depending on the horse that you have and how sensitive they are, they might ride with a bit or without a bit, but that is general to the horse. However, cheek pieces are usually on a bridle. So going on to the next piece of the bridle, which is quite important, the throat lash. Now the throat lash is main purpose is to keep the bridle on the horse's head, so if you do fall off from an event of emergency and the reins do come off, the throat lash will keep the bridle on the horse's head and just making sure that it's secure. It's also very important that you don't make it too tight, make it 4 fingers away from the horse's throat so it's not too tight on their necks but still tight enough so that it keeps the bridle on the horse's face. So the next bit of a bridle is the noseband. Now you can get regular noseband, cavesson nosebands, you can get flash attachments for your nosebands. There are so many different types of nosebands that you get. Some have actual functions, some are just there to make the bridle look more nice, for decorative purposes, and some obviously have a function to stop the horses doing a certain thing. However, functionally this is just a cavesson noseband. It's just a normal noseband. Just makes the horse's face look a bit shorter, cosmetic purposes. However, it is a very important piece of the bridle, obviously, as most bridles have it, and you'll need to know which it is. So as you can see here, I've added my little flash attachment just so you can see what it looks like. Not all horses need a flash attachment, all horses need a noseband. Some horses prefer it without, some of them don't like as much tack on their face. It's really up to the horse and the rider and their preferences, but it is an important piece of tack to know when you're doing your BHS and Pony Club tests. So that is my bridle. Now this bridle is as basic as it gets, you know, no added special features like a different noseband, different headpiece, brow band. However, this is what you will need to know for your BHS or Pony Club tests. As shown on the Equestrian app, there are lots of questions to identify certain pieces of tack on the bridle and the saddle, but I thought I would show you this as well as an extra little nugget of information here. As well as a bridle, you will need some reins, and you'll need to know how to identify them. Now obviously they're not as difficult to identify as some parts of the bridle are. They're just the long bits on the end. Now it's very important to have nice strong reins because it's very dangerous in the event of emergency if the reins do snap, and it will be dangerous for both the horse and the rider. So you've got to make sure that you check your reins stitching and the leather to make sure they're in tip-top condition. Make sure that you're both safe and your horse is safe. Now this does also go for the entire bridle. When you're cleaning it frequently, make sure that the leather's all nice and supple, make sure that it's not getting any rips, tears, scratches, to make sure that it's completely safe to use. The stitching is all complete, the buckles are secure and safe for use. It's just important for the horse and rider. If you do have a damaged bridle, it is dangerous to use when riding, so I would recommend that you don't use a damaged bridle. So yeah, that is all the parts of a bridle I thought I would show you in this little section, just to have a bit more of a hands-on approach of the Equestrian app. Now there are questions in the cleaning tack and horse clothing section all about tack, So I'd like to see you answering those questions correctly after this.